I just want to ask, what did you make of the truckers' dispute that unfolded in Canada over the last few weeks?
Well, it reminded me very much of the Gilets jaunes, the yellow jackets, a few years ago in France. And in both cases, you had a policy that imposed minimal costs on the so-called laptop classes, the professional classes. In the case of France, it was a diesel fuel tax. It was a COVID mandate in the case of the truckers. And in both cases, the cost fell heavily on people involved in the physical world who relied on transportation. So, this was to some degree, whatever the merits of the cases, a clash between the working class and the professional managerial elite with college educations.
What do you make of some of the response, as I mentioned in the introduction? It seems to be a running theme now when we see working class organising. They're often accused of being bigots and racists and all sorts of isms and obes. I mean, this is a running theme. What do you make of that kind of response?
Well, the modern center-left in the United States and to some degree in Western Europe emerged in the Civil Rights Revolution, and it replaced an older left that was based on the working classes in Western Europe and in North America. So the imagery of the modern center-left, whose social base consists now of fairly affluent college-educated professionals, it defines its opponents in terms of segregationists and in terms of racist Nazis and fascists. It's a false characterization of many working class people. There's now a multiracial working class in the U.S. and Western Europe. What we have seen in the last three elections in the U.S. is a shift towards the Republicans of Hispanics and even of African Americans as educational polarization and class polarization are replacing racial polarization.